Hi, welcome. In this video, I want to talk about weighing out the cost of dog training versus a method. Now, here's my point. Okay, if the method doesn't line up, okay, and I talk about what the real issue is, how the majority of trainers are all jumping into a relationship problem between dogs and owners and superficially getting dogs to respond. I mean, there's your issue. So understand something here. It doesn't matter about paying a little bit or less. Okay, if the method doesn't align, it's a waste of your time, to waste your money anyway. It's going to wash out. Okay, understand, this is the source of the problem in the dog training world. So people need to understand that you shouldn't even be looking at the cost anyway to begin with. You should be looking at what the pervasive problem is in the dog training world first. Okay, that should be your focus. Shouldn't be about the money. Now, here's the thing. You know, it is, of course, about money, okay, because it is ultimately, training can be expensive. But again, I don't want people to miss the point here. You know, it's absolutely needs to be about the method, okay? It has to be. Now, here's the thing about how I do training in terms of the cost part. It's done as needed, okay? So therefore, because training's an intervention, so it's not about, you hear all these trainers talk about 10 sessions for whatever, and all this stuff. They're trying to package it all up a certain way because that's the point. Okay, they're painting a picture through bribing these dogs, and it's all superficial. It's about appearances and looks. There's no depth, period. So just think about what I'm saying. I mean, think about that. Line this up with a parenting example. Think about stepping into a relationship problem with a already selfish child, and some so-called professional coming in saying, okay, well, going to be, 10 interventions. Of course, to them, these individuals, I mean, trainers don't look at trainings as an intervention anyway, which I do, but they say, well, there'll be 10 sessions, right, for whatever. And meanwhile, they have this, just like Santa Claus, they have a bunch of Xbox games, and because that's the point. They're gonna start pulling out the things the child wants to paint the picture, get them to make their bed. They absolutely don't care about anything beyond that. They don't care about whether or not the picture's a counterfeit or not. I mean, they're selling it. It's all marketing. Understand? It's all about packaging and marketing. That's it. It's all about making you feel good because they're leading you into a deception. And then when things go off the rails, well, we tried, but sorry. I mean, there's got to be something wrong with the child. Just that's what it is. Just throw away trash, because understand, it's a drive-through mentality. It's a drive-through mentality. They don't care. These trainers don't care about outcomes that way. They care about making money. Very easy to do. I went to the drive-through the other day. Okay, I won't say where the place was, right? And I ordered a certain burger. A certain bacon burger. Okay, I'll leave it at that. And I should have looked, I looked in the bag, but I didn't really look at the, what was inside the wrapper. And I got this burger home. I had bought other things with it, but here's the thing. I brought this burger home. I mean, it wasn't the right burger. It wasn't even what I would even call a burger, right? I mean, the meat patty was like, it was like a little square, and it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm thinking, who even puts out? Those individuals even look at what they're. There's a level of just not caring. That's my point. It's a drive-through mentality. It's just like, okay, well, some people may come back in and complain or not or whatever. Of course, me, right? I went right back up in there and said, and here's the amazing thing, because here's my point. Okay, this is a great point too. Is when I walked in that drive-through place. Right? And there was like 8 or 9 employees in the kitchen area. Guess what? I recognized the voice. It was an individual standing amongst this group of people, holding his head up in the air, like looking over at me, because he knew he did it. Okay, he was the guy. Recognized his voice, and so it's like there's a point where people will kind of shift the blame and say, well, the person must not have been paying attention. No, there's a lot of this stuff that these individuals in these environments and stuff, they just don't care. They know they've done wrong, right? In fact, when you go back in, they're going to focus their attention on you and in a way admit they did wrong without admitting it, because you know they're busted. Okay, I mean, they're busted. And this is the guy that, you know, he did the burger the right way. Of course, I paid for it. And here's the amazing thing: I paid for the burger. It wasn't like, you know, sometimes, you know, you order something and they got the thing wrong and you didn't pay the right amount of money anyway. So it's like, no, this wasn't the case. And so, but it was, and then with this guy's head up in the air, kind of giving me a little nod, like just arrogant about it. I'm thinking, see, there you go. I mean, that's just life in general. Understand, that's just how things go down. But my whole point of all of it is to say that you talk about, you know, the method and money. If the method's crap, okay, which it is, if the method is crap, if it's based on bribery, right? And this is why you go on social media. All these trainers, here's the point, because this lines up to my little restaurant example. It's so dysfunctional, right? And they get away with it so much, right? The majority of probably people won't even take that burger back. They won't go back and address it. They just, you know, write it off, right? That's happening so much that they think they can get away with it and blame all these dogs, right? Just blaming all these dogs. It's become normalized, right? My point is, if more people call this stuff out and understand as a dog owner, all right, you're paying money, but you're paying money for individuals that don't care. They don't give a crap, all right? This is why, you know, even on social media, you know, they won't, none of them, not one, in all the years has responded directly to what I'm saying is the problem. Because most of it has to do with the fact they don't even have to, right? They're so cocky and arrogant, and people's attitudes are such, because it's all driven by emotion, they don't feel like they have to. They're like, okay, well, whatever, we'll just keep pushing this. It don't matter. And when things, you know, push comes to shove and the force-free movement takes over, guess what? The majority of these balanced dog trainers just walk away. Don't care. Go on, do something else. Because a lot of them got into it. They didn't get into it about depth. There's nothing to do with the truth. It was just like marketing. It's just like, okay, we got this product that we want to sell. Forget whether or not it's actually, you know, the real deal or not, right? Just like the old bacon burger. And just going to slap it down. And you're going to the drive-thru, right? And they're just whipping this stuff out. And because they don't care. They absolutely don't care. They'll pretend to care, right? If it's about selling more of these burgers. Okay, I mean, that's all it's about. Understand, this is all what's going on in the dog training world. That really is a good analogy, because that's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And then here's the thing: I'm in Florida area. I'm in a, you know, tourist area. And I had a very interesting conversation about how some of these restaurants, think about this, how they can even survive. You could be a crap dud restaurant in the middle of, say, Orlando or wherever in a tourist area, and still do great, even though it's like just absolute crap food. Because you know why? Because tourists are always floating in, right? And then none of them ever come back again, perhaps. But you can survive because there's always tourists coming in, and they get a crap meal and they leave, and even leave a bad review. But you know that you're in an area where you can get away with that because of the dynamics of that. Right? Very interesting. But that's the same thing in the dog training world. It's a crap product, right? Get away with it because you know that the public's going to, you know, accept blaming these dogs, and then you just keep going because everyone's doing it. It's all crap restaurants, right? Everyone's doing it. So balance, force-free, they're all doing it. They're all tied into the same, you know, crap product. So what the heck? You know, throw it in the bag. Here you go. You know, probably ain't going to come back, right? Blame the dog. That's exactly where we're at. I don't care what any of these trainers say, because here's the thing is, I know the real deal. Okay, I know the real deal. This is why they don't respond to anything I'm saying. They go into defensive mode, but they can't defend it. They can't respond to it because it's a crap product. Okay, that's just what it is. You got what you got, right? They're not interested in, I don't care what they say, go on about caring about dogs. These people don't care about dogs. They care about making money. That's it. Thanks for watching.